Hey guys, Amberoo here, and today I'm going to be giving you some quick advice on how to survive the MCM Expo. Now, as you may or may not know, the Expo is next week. I thought I'd make a quick video on, like I said, how to survive the MCM Expo for anyone who's never been before or has only been once or twice but is still unsure as to what the hell actually goes on. I'd like to think my advice will be okay for you guys. I've been going since 2007, so I kind of, not in a vain way, think I know what I'm going to be talking about. So first things first, one of the most important things to think about is plan in advance. I cannot stress to you how important planning in advance is. The best place to look at first is the Expo site itself. There's an FAQ at the top, so for any questions that you want answered, they've got them all down already, especially things about the venue, the XL building, how to get there, parking, and all those shenanigans. Travelling wise, now I go by train, I've never been by car, so I don't really know anything about parking, unfortunately, I'm sorry. But yeah, just go on the Expo site and it should tell you more about that. And train wise, book in advance and specific times saves you a lot of money. The earlier, the cheaper, and if you've got a young person's rail card, it's even better. It's third off. You can hook it up to an Oyster card, and then your underground shenanigans will also be a third off, but I think that's off peak times. Hotel wise, now you need to know, like I said over and over again, as soon as you know you can go, and as soon as you know the definite dates for the Expo. It should be the end of every May and every October, the last full weekend of those months. As soon as the dates are available for the hotel, don't book just yet. I always try and look at the hotel rooms kind of every now and then, because what I found is that they raise, like they go higher up in price, and then all of a sudden they drop right back down. So the mate for this Expo, I looked after the October Expo at hotels and things, and I noticed there were a certain amount of money, I think 230 something pounds. Then after a little while it kept going down and down and down and down until I got it to 202 pounds, and I left it a little while to check and it was still the same price, 202 pounds. So I booked it, and that was for the 23rd of May until the 26th of May, and that is at the Premier Inn right behind the XL building. I've got a few friends staying, so knock that down price wise, split it all between you, then it's pretty cheap, not bad. I mean, it's half and half really. You gotta kind of be patient price wise, but then as soon as you kind of work out it's going to be as cheap as it's going to be, book it as soon as you can, so then you've got a nice room all to yourself or for whoever you want, and then it's right behind the XL and it's easy pickings. There are also other hotels around the XL which are close by, but I've kind of always stuck to Premier Inn. They've been really cool guys, so yeah, you can choose whatever you like. Now, Expo ticket wise, if you look on the Expo site, there is a little guide as to how much percentage wise, how many tickets have been sold. The early bird tickets, Sunday's getting pretty popular now. I remember back in the day when Sunday was absolutely dead. There was no one around. The Expo was kind of only pretty much two of the big rooms there in the XL building. Now it's one whole bloody goddamn side. It's bloody mental. It's amazing that it's getting busier, but just keep on checking the Expo site. It's an e-ticket as well, so you need to print that off. I'm still unsure as to if you can actually use your phone to bring it up. As long as you've got the barcode, it's fine. Don't give it to anyone else, don't lose it, don't do anything. Somebody might nab it for themselves. Just get it, and that's one of the main things you need for the Expo, otherwise you're going to be a bit screwed. You can line up on the day, but I would not want to line up for getting a ticket for the day to get into the stalls part, because that'll probably be half your day gone. The next thing that's quite important to do, especially if you're staying over for the weekend, is writing a list. Write everything down that you need, make a checklist. This is mine right here. This is my list. Look at this worried face. I wrote so many lists. But yeah, I've got everything down. If you're a girl, write down all your makeup. Another important thing, the stuff you need to write down, the clothes, all your clothes, pants, socks. If you're a girl, bras. If you're a guy that's cross-playing, bras. Next is packing. Don't take too much stuff. You don't want to be carting around, say like if you're traveling by train, you've got all these massive bulky things, and especially if you're staying in a hotel room with a few people, it's not fun if you have about 50 suitcases and they have about 50 suitcases, and then it's just an awkward time for all. Now another thing that's important, money, budget. Take cash with you. Most places don't take cards there. If you're wondering on how much you need to take, then it's really dependent on you. It's how much you want to spend, depends what you want to get. I personally don't really take as much as I used to. When I used to go back in the day, I would be so excited about every sparkly thing that I saw. I wanted to buy absolutely everything. Now I'm more wise to the situation. Sometimes they do bump up the price inside. So my little advice for you here is, if you see anything that you can see anywhere else but it's at the expo, see it, find it online, buy it online, because it'll probably be a lot cheaper. Another thing people are worried about, if they're coming up for the day and they're cosplaying but they want to get changed at the XL, which you can get changed in the toilets there. A lot of people do that actually. But yeah, they've got lots of like backpacks and things they don't need. There is a cloakroom at the XL. As annoying as it is best to take a little bag with you. Stuff you do need all the time with you, snacks and water. I cannot stress enough how hot that place gets. You need as much water as you can, and since XL food is quite expensive, it's best to take your own food. You can't really rely on these for the whole weekend. As delicious as these are, you can't survive a whole weekend on these. Sounds like a challenge, but please don't do that. We don't want passed out cosplayers. Good bag of sweets to take are these Starburst. They're really juicy and fruity. They really keep your mouth all like watered and all refreshed. Sandwiches, jam sandwiches, Nutella sandwiches, peanut butter sandwiches, anything that won't kind of, if you leave them out for too long, taste a bit funky, like chicken mayo sandwiches. I also take things like brioche. Fruit's a good thing to take. Bottled water is a must. You can take any of the bottled drinks if you like. You can even take things like yogurt bars, breakfast biscuits. Stuff also to carry around, things like makeup, a little sewing kit maybe if anything falls off, eyelash glue, when you're wearing contact lenses as well. It's contact lens solution. It's a lifesaver. Cleanliness. God damn, seriously. You're walking around, there's hundreds, thousands of people walking around as well. Some in big hurly-burly costumes, some in little tight t-shirts. You can tell, especially, you know, the ones who sweat a lot, you can tell. And if they don't use deodorant, you'll know about it a mile off. Shower and bathe. If you're staying for the whole weekend, shower. Use your shower. Have a bath. Take spray with you when you're walking around. Give yourself a little spritz if you feel a bit hot and bothered, honestly. Especially if you've got a free hug sign, or you see someone with a free hug sign. You give them a hug. If they haven't got deodorant on, you will know about it. Now, a little thing about cosplayers. If you've never been to an expo before, cosplayers are lovely people. If you want to take a picture, just ask. Don't run up and just randomly take a snap. Nobody wants an unflattering picture of themselves, like going in for a sandwich or about to sit down and you kind of quickly take a snap because you're too shy. I kind of find an opportune moment is when someone's already asked them and they're posing, and then I just kind of quickly like run in and be like, oh, can I quickly take a picture? As you know, as long as they're okay with it, then it's absolutely fine. If they look a bit like, ugh, then kind of back away. Do not run up and jump on a cosplayer. They will punch you, especially if it's a really, really beautifully elaborate costume. They've spent all this time making it, and you know, good for you, you're excited, you know, that you love their costume. But if you run up and hug them and they've got like delicate pieces, I think they'd be quite annoyed. Just kind of know your limits. If this is your first time at the expo and you feel pressured into cosplaying, you don't have to. You can just walk around in normal clothes, as I'd like to say. If you kind of want to represent your love for something, you could always get a t-shirt or wear a cute little hat or wear some cute little ears. Have fun! Have fun! It's crazy. There are a load of crazy cosplayers there. Loads of crazy people. Expo is one of the most craziest things I'll ever go to. Meeting the favourite characters and posing around, and so yeah, this is my advice. Hopefully I've kind of got everything down. If you've watched this and you're like a con veteran and I've missed some really important stuff out, then mention below in the comments. So if anybody is watching and are going to the expo for the first time and are really nervous, they've got even more knowledge on how to survive the crazy madness that is the now called London Comic Con. I'll forever call it the expo. Enjoy guys, and I will be going for the whole weekend this May. Cannot wait. I'll be cosplaying as Dokuro-chan, so if you see a bludgeoning angel skipping about, come and say hello, don't be shy. If you want a picture, just ask, and hopefully I'll see you at the expo. Bye!